VLOOKUP is a very popular function. It helps us to get or to extract some important values from the from a bigger table. Okay, so for example, in this case, we want to extract the name of the customer and the amount of receivables by looking at the months. That means probably we need to find the customer and receivable of April, then July and December, for these 3 months. Okay, for these 3 months we need to get the value of customer and also receivable. Sometimes we might need only customer or only receivable. That is also possible. In this case we need both. So what we need to do, if we forget about Excel, we will look at this table, original table, source table, and in the source table we will look for the month April in the first column of the table. Then we will look at the second column, the customer name, and we will get the receivable in the third column. So same kind of function can be performed by the VLOOKUP function of Excel. So let us see how to do that. So we start by equal as usual, then VLOOKUP function, we start with it. Then by lookup value we mean what we need to, based on what we will extract the information. That is essentially the name of the month. Okay, so what we can do, we can always type something like this, what we exactly need to find in the leftmost column of the table. Okay, then we can select the table array. So we are selecting the table from which we will extract the data, and of course we'll have to lock the table range because we want to copy it down and also to the right, you'll see afterwards. So we don't want the table to change when we try to find another value. Okay, then column index number, that is the number of column from which you want to get the value against April. Okay, so in this case, because we are trying to get customer, so here it will be the second column of the table. So we just type 2, and then if you want the exact match, then you should type false. Okay, usually we always look for exact match, so it is very common that we will always type false, other than in a very exceptional case. So if we close the bracket and then enter, we can see that we have got customer C, which is correct. Now that is the initial structure of the function, but how can we improve it for using in a financial model? In a financial model, we should not hard code. That means we should not type the input like this. Rather, we should link to the input. So how to do that? Okay, we should link the cell E5, because in cell E5 we have the month for which we want the value. Okay, so we just delete this one and type or select cell E5. So this is how we can actually avoid the bad practices, I would say, in financial modeling. And also there is a problem that we have hard coded the column number. So in my preference, I would not type the column number. Rather, what I will do, I will link to the column number above, link to the cell above the column where I am typing the formula, and later on I will type the column number, appropriate column number here. So now if I press enter, we are not getting anything because we don't have the column number here. So I'm typing 2, now we have got it, because what is happening, F3 is actually containing 2, and I intentionally have typed 2 here, not 1, because I want customer, which is in column number 2. Okay, and I will also type 3 here because receivables is in column number 3, so that when I copy the formula to the right and we get the receivable. But before copying the function to the right, we have to check if it is okay, because if we copy it to the right, some links, some references will change, which we don't want. For example, we don't want to change the E5 cell to go to the right one, that means F5. So we want to fix the column. So let us type dollar here so that the column does not change when you go to the right. Okay, and again, if we look at this F3, that means this column number, actually we want it to be changed. Okay, so we are not changing it. So now I will press enter and copy it to the right. So it is referring 1200. Let us see. Yeah, it is correct, 1200. The reason is it is actually looking for the value E5 here, April, in this table, and it is extracting the value in column number 3. Okay, and the exact match. So we have got it. Now there is another issue. I want to copy the function down as well. So is there any problem if I copy it down now? Let us identify. Double click here and see what will happen if we go down. So this one, if we go down, it will change from E5 to E6, which is necessary. So that is okay. The table range, table array will not change because all are locked. That is also okay because we don't want the table to be changed when we go down. Now F3 is indicating this one. Do we want it to change to the F4? No. So what we need to do, we need to type a dollar before the row number here. Now the formula, the function is complete and ready to be copied to the right and to the down. Okay, so let me press enter, and this one is ready, this one is not ready, so delete it and do it again. Copy to the right first and then copy to the down. And now let us check one. December, customer is D and receivable is 5,750. Okay, it's done very nicely. I hope that you can use the VLOOKUP for basic data extraction like that. Thank you for watching.